Some news just coming in. Karnataka High Court to resume the hijab face-off hearing. Petitioners' plea challenges the hijab ban. Can the High Court end the sickening hijab episode is the big question here. We continue to keep a very close eye on all of those developments. Joining me right now is my colleague Nolan Pinto. He is from Bengaluru, getting us up to speed with the developments in court. Nolan, what's the very latest? The court, of course, any time is going to resume the hearing just now, isn't it?
Well, in fact, the court, the larger bench of the Karnataka High Court, headed by the Chief Justice, will be taking up this matter as of now. It's very important because in the last session he had actually stated, basically giving an interim order that schools should resume, colleges should resume, education should start, but students cannot wear their religious attire. So this was the interim order that he had previously given, stating that and asking the petitioners' advocates to cooperate with the Karnataka High Court till they resume the hearing in the next, it should actually start now in the next few minutes. So very important today because the Karnataka Advocate General will also have to come out with his arguments. Then Sajjan Puvaya, senior advocate who's representing one of the college development committees, will also be coming out with his arguments, making his arguments. And then you also have one of the petitioners' advocate to complete his. So it will be a long drawn affair, and most likely one might not get any sort of order as such today, keeping in mind that various senior advocates still have to come out with their arguments and their statements.
That's right. Be with us, Nolan. We'll just come back to you for more on that. Going across to Nabila, who continues to be with us from Udupi. Nabila, for our viewers, do give us an idea of the current situation, given that Section 144 has also been imposed. It's a precautionary measure to avoid any untoward situation. Is there a tense calm? What are the people saying? What's the mood really like, Nabila?
Right. In fact, Section 144 has been imposed in many districts, including Shimoga being one, of course, Udupi, Bengaluru as well here. But what's unfortunate is that we're seeing increasingly in many of these districts, many of the schools today, as it opened up, have restricted the girls wearing hijab right at the gates. It never happened in the past to such an extent, but it appears that even as the Karnataka High Court takes up this matter before the verdict is out, schools and institutions do not want to take a chance. The controversy broke out at a government PU college. It was college level, but we're now seeing this kind of pattern that's trickled down to school level as well. In fact, in Shimoga, an incident broke out where 13 students were sent back because they wanted to wear the hijab and enter the school premises. 9 standard girls. They were not allowed. In fact, they were writing their preparatory exams, but they were yet not allowed inside with the hijab. They insisted they wanted to wear. Parents then took them back, saying it's first the hijab. If they're not allowed to wear the hijab, then we do not want education itself. We are willing to drop out. That's the extreme end that some of the Muslim girls' parents have now taken, and that's what's really worrisome. Also, we see that in Tumkur, another school now has restricted girls with hijab right at the gates. In Mandya too, we saw a bit of a problem right early this morning where students wearing the hijab were earlier allowed inside the campus, and then in the loo they were allowed to change and then go to class without the hijab. But right at the gate itself, they were restricted and asked not to come in wearing the full hijab. They were not willing to remove it, and therefore they also went home. This is the kind of effect that we've seen of this matter. The controversy that kicked off where I am right here in Udupi was where this snowballed to such a situation where it seems like these girls have now, the issue has resonated across the country, where now the debate has deepened over uniformity over personal choice and practice, freedom to practice religion. So
yes,
this is a repercussion. Undoubtedly, it is urgent for the Karnataka High Court to hear this matter, and we are waiting to see what the verdict will be.
Absolutely. Given that the Supreme Court has said we are not intervening at this point in time and refuse urgent listing, the matter back in the court, the Karnataka High Court, where a larger bench, a 3-judge bench, is hearing this matter. The hearing is going to resume any time now. Nagarjun Dwarkanath also getting us more details. He joined us from the capital city of Bengaluru again. Nagarjun, like Nabila was saying, this matter is extremely sensitive. We've been tracking this story, but look at the manner in which it's had a cascading effect when it comes to the kind of reactions that have come in from political parties, leaders across the political spectrum, more specifically in the state of Uttar Pradesh, for example, where elections are going on right now, and undoubtedly this is one opportunity for our netas also to cash in on, isn't it?
Well, that's absolutely true. What started as a hijab row and a student versus the school battle now has completely been politicized. Today was the first day for the joint session in Karnataka Assembly. The Congress MLAs and MLCs wore a black band on their arm protesting, and they took up a silent protest against the government stand on the hijab row. They're saying the government is the one who instigated this. They're the ones who are not allowing students, especially girl children, to stop them from getting education from the schools. This could have been sorted out in a much calmer way. Now it has been politicized completely. We saw the comments both from BJP and the Congress. Mrs. Zamir Ahmed made a rape remark today, and before that was hijab remark from the BJP counterparts. So both the parties have completely politicized it, and what started as initially a battle versus student and the college authorities, now a completely political issue now in Karnataka. All eyes on the High Court now. We are yet to hear from the High Court. The hearing will begin any moment. The bench is yet to assemble. We'll start hearing now till today, the Monday when the colleges, school started. Till now, the interim order was that no religious outfit would be allowed to be worn. But still, we saw incidents in Shimoga, Mandya, Bidar, Gulbarga, where people did come in religious outfit. They were wearing hijab. The students were sent back home. People missed preparatory exams in Shimoga district as well. Congress termed this as very unfortunate incident where students are not being allowed to write the exam as well as not being able to attend the classes. So it's a political battle here in Vidhan Soda also, because the Congress MLAs wore a black band as a protest to the government.
Well, absolutely. Going back to Udupi, Shija is there with Nabila getting us more details on that. Shija, like I said, last few days we've seen a great deal of back and forth and a lot of confusion that you all are reporting on from ground zero, where some institutes are allowing students, many are not allowing students. That confusion essentially continues, isn't it?
Yes, from morning you can say that in the district things are very normal for high school students. Right now, as the PUC classes are not yet resumed, it is only for the high school sections which is open. And we are right now standing in the high school section of the girls' college itself. And we can see that everything was very peaceful. Children were allowed to enter inside and then remove the hijab outside the class. And yesterday it was all the HMs had a Zoom meeting organized by DDPI and District Administration DC. And it was clearly instructed that court orders should be followed and no student should be allowed with hijab inside the class. So accordingly, one supervision officer was appointed to all the aided, non-aided and government schools. Accordingly, they have in the morning itself, they made sure that all the students wear proper uniform system and then enter the class, and things were very normal. There was no problem in the district as such, but though there are problems outside the district, here everything is very normal. And as
yes, Shija, we'll just come back to you for more on that. In fact, we have